Alright, returning to goal 2 of stage 4, Autocross here at Spa. Now I went ahead and got the round of first tier upgrades. So 7 upgrades brings my PR to 74.8. I just couldn't pull it off with 0 upgrades. So yes, this is where my 0 upgrade run comes to an end, unfortunately. But cash upgrades only, I'm okay with that. So, but this was a tricky goal. Trying to get in under 29.758, I think, was the target time that I had to beat. And unless, I think if you get some gold upgrades, you might be able to slow down the bot, the target time. But with the cash upgrades only, they really don't budge. It sits at the same time, no matter how many times you try. Speaking of how many times you try, this took me a few. So this one, pretty good run, 29.827. So I am maybe off by what, 0.05 seconds off, or I guess more like 0.07. Fine. Basically, about 1/10 of a second, right? So I know I'm pretty close. So at that point, if I was like coming way off, like 30 seconds plus, then I would say like, okay, maybe it's impossible. But when I'm getting so close, my thought is, okay, my line isn't too far off. And this car seems like the car is capable of completing this under the, and basically win this event. So here was another pretty close attempt, coming in slightly slower than last one, but if you kind of compare my line, they're pretty darn close. So my thought at this point, is it has more to do with pulling consistent steady line. So I don't think I needed to do much with the racing line that I was using. But instead just being a little bit more precise with when I'm jumping back on the gas, when I'm starting to brake, right, braking points and hitting the apex basically, which is, isn't that the case with every race, right? But this one, we're talking like really, really close precision. So I would say there's a bit of luck involved, because eventually when I got through, I honestly cannot tell you if I did anything different than all these other failed attempts that were pretty close like that one. Okay, that one was maybe a bad example, because that one obviously I didn't come in the second. Although even in third place, we're talking like 0.2 seconds, or maybe 0.3 seconds, fine. 0.2 and change, right? So, and of course, this goal did not allow you to go off track or skid, or also no damage. Although I don't know how you're gonna damage your car if you're staying on track. Autocross, there are no other cars to damage your car with, so that's kind of silly. That's almost a little bit of a throwback to old gauntlets that we used to have to do. Anyway, so yeah, the line pretty similar. That one was a little bit tighter around Brussels. I didn't swing out nearly as wide, and timing is, the time is okay. It's pretty close. But in general, I think you do want to carry a little bit more speed into Brussels, and it's okay to let the car swing a little bit wider out of the, towards the later part of Brussels corner, and then kind of make your way back over to the right to get ready for the final left-hander. So even though there really wasn't that much difference in time, even when I like kind of hugged Brussels all the way through, that's what I mean. There's a bit of a luck involved. You know, I really want to drive the full track, especially at the beginning part of the Les Combes. So this is what I mean, swinging out wide and then moving back. Obviously that one, maybe I swung a little too wide. But you know, we're improving back up again. So 29.855. Still not as good as my first one here. By the way, these are essentially best of my attempts. I've done many others in between, many other failed attempts to figure out my line and, you know, all that. So it's not just like I did it like, what, 4 or 5 times and got it sorted out. And also I took a long break in between because, you know, work and life, you know, things that you have to do. Anyway, here is my final successful attempt at this autocross, and let's have a look together here. After so many attempts, the time is still same, 29.758, I think is what it said. So we need to get in under 29.7 and change, right, for obvious reason. So here we go. And warming up the tires. Totally unnecessary. So swinging pretty far out to the left and cutting across. And go. Troublesome Brussels, and swinging a little bit, but yeah, so it really is not that much different from my failed run, you know what I mean? So maybe I was able to jump back on the gas just a little bit quicker, you know. So the amount of difference in precision, I don't know, for me that was more luck than skill. Perhaps following the same line multiple times and coming in pretty darn close. Now, perhaps that is a bit of a skill, because if I may say so myself, that was you know, to do it multiple times like that and eventually get a right one, I think it's more of a challenge. You know, or if you get lucky, I guess you can nail it in your first attempt. Then more power to you. But for me, it took a little bit more than that. So let's hear it from Ahmed, of course. He's not impressed. Gee, what's with this guy, right? But really, he's talking about not impressed with the car, but he's impressed with the driver. Of course, Natalia. It doesn't have to be either or. So anyway, moving on, finally.